This is Bethel, and Bethel is a secret. There are no more than 2,600 people living in this isolated ski town, and that's exactly what makes it the ideal ice paradise for your winter getaways. Well, it's one of the reasons anyway. In this video, we'll be exploring every single one of those reasons. Every inch of the most underrated ski town in the Northeast. And I do mean that. As much as I love destinations like Vermont and New Hampshire, there's something Bethel has that they don't, and it goes beyond the world-class skiing and New England charm. But let's start with the charm. It's unavoidable anyway. I mean, look at these gingerbread trimmed buildings. Guys, Bethel Main Street is straight out of a New England postcard. Over to the left, we have the Queen Anne style Herrick House. It's 19th century architecture at its finest. A design made complete by ornate details and finishes. A little ways ahead, there's the Dr. Francis Tool House with a mix of Gothic and Italianate details. The thing to notice in this area are the decorative pieces that blend European influences into something distinctively American. Now, some alarms may be ringing. 1796 was a long time ago. Houses can't survive that long on their own. Rest assured, these historic buildings are extremely well preserved. The town has designated 27 structures in the downtown district as protected historic buildings, creating cohesive architectural landscape that transports you back to the 19th century. Unlike some ski towns that were essentially created by developers, Bethel evolved naturally over centuries, giving it that authentic character you just can't replicate or manufacture. In a minute, we'll be covering all things skiing at the exclusive Sunday River Ski Resort, including some little-known fun facts. But first, did you know that this little snowy town of 2,600 people holds a Guinness World Record? In 2008, they built the tallest snow woman ever. They called her Olympia, and she stood over 122 feet tall. What's cool though is that the birthplace of Olympia wasn't just some random project. It was a community-wide effort that perfectly captures how the town embraces winter and comes together as a whole. I mean, the construction of Olympia took over a month with community members and local businesses donating their time, equipment, and materials. For perspective, they used 13 million pounds of snow and skis for eyelashes and car tires for buttons. Whatever other New England ski towns might have to boast about, none of them can boast about this. As for the town itself, the downtown area is completely walkable, with boutiques selling everything from handcrafted jewelry to Maine-made furniture. There's Element Arts Gallery showcasing local artists, and the Philbrook Place, which houses several small businesses under one historic roof. All these shops are housed in these beautifully preserved 19th century buildings, and you can expect to find a lot more historic buildings like this, 27 to be exact, and that's in the downtown alone. What I'm noticing as we check out Bethel is how it strikes the perfect balance between catering to visitors and maintaining its authentic character. While there are specific shops that sell outdoor gear and Maine souvenirs for tourists, you've also noticed some hardware stores and markets serving residents. Whatever you need, Bethel provides. So we'll be visiting Bethel's culture again later, but I honestly can't wait to talk to you about the skiing at Sunday River Ski Resort. It's only 6 miles from downtown Bethel. It's a really quick drive, and it takes you along the scenic Route 2, which we go right by Sunday River Brewing Company, which would make an excellent post-ski stop later. The road follows the Sunday River itself, which is actually part of the Androscoggin River and has played a crucial role in the early development of the region. Early settlers used these waterways for transportation and power to the mills, laying the foundation for communities like Bethel to thrive. The proximity of the town to the slopes is one of the highest selling points for Bethel. Unlike some resort towns where you're looking at a 30-minute drive or shuttle buses, here you can literally be from your breakfast table to the chairlift in under 15 minutes. Even for families or groups with mixed interests, this means some people can hit the slopes while others explore the town, and you can meet up all again in time for lunch. The convenience factor has helped drive Bethel's real estate market to new heights, with a median home price rising 25% in 2023 alone, the highest increase in the entire state of Maine. Diverting ourselves to real estate for one moment, it's what I do after all. Current listings range from $169,000 for a 3-bedroom home to $925,000 for properties with mountain views. The median home value sits right around $290,000, with 85% of residents owning their homes rather than renting. The high ownership rate speaks volumes to the community's stability reliability and commitment to the area. Bethel's a lot more than a place to visit, and nothing proves that more than Sunday River. What can you expect? 8 interconnected peaks spread across a horizon of massive winter playground. The place offers 870 acres of skiable terrain with a vertical drop of 2,340 feet, one of the largest in New England. And check out these peaks. They are positioned perfectly and create the perfect east-west orientation that protects the snow from direct sunlight, helping preserve the conditions even when temperatures rise. Sunday River's history goes back to 1959 when it first opened. It had a single T-bar and 1 trail. Now it's one of the largest ski resorts in the Northeast with 135 trails and 18 lifts and some of the most advanced snowmaking technology in the industry. This expansion did not happen overnight though. It was a gradual evolution that's preserved the mountain's natural character while continuously enhancing the skiing experience. The resort has changed ownership several times over the decades, but its commitment to providing exceptional skiing has remained constant. You should not let its scope intimidate you though. Sunday River has something for everybody, from gentle beginner terrain to more challenging terrain, whether that's in the trees or on the trail. With 135 trails spread across those 8 peaks, you could ski here for a week straight and never hit the same run again. And the best part about Sunday River is something only the most experienced skiers will notice. Here, they've designed the mountain to not have bottlenecks and spread crowds apart, so you don't have this huge issue with long wait lines on the chairlift. They're able to do this effectively even on busy holiday weekends, and you can also find quiet spots on the mountain even on big vacation weeks. This thoughtful design makes for a much more enjoyable experience than some of the more popular and therefore crowded resorts. Right now, we're looking at the Chondola up North Peak, which combines both chairless and gondola cabins on the same line. That may sound like a boring way to introduce a ski trail, but for those that have practiced the sport for some time, know how important these transportations are. The good news is, this is a great system. It gives you options adjustable to the weather conditions. On a brutal cold day, you can jump in the gondola cabin, or if it's a beautiful sunny day, you can jump on the chairlift with unobstructed views of the landscape. From up there, you can also see the 8 peaks of Sunday River: Whitecap, Lock, Barker, Spruce, North Peak, Aurora, Oz, and Jordan Bowl. And by the way, make sure to subscribe if you're looking for more content covering Maine real estate coast to coast. Just like I'm doing for Bethel today, you can expect a lot more breakdowns of other areas coming soon. Seasoned skiers will know the importance of diversity. These 8 distinct mountains create variations in terrain that offer a more complete experience and more chances to explore your skills. Similar resorts just can't do that. And today we're starting with North Peak. The lift infrastructure here is impressive. 18 lifts, including 4 high-speed quads and the Chondola, we're showing you now. Sunday River has invested millions of dollars in upgrading their lift systems over the years, focusing on uphill capacity to minimize wait time, even during peak holiday periods like we spoke about. This kind of thoughtful infrastructure development makes a huge difference in the overall skiing experience, allowing you to maximize your time on the slopes rather than sitting in line and waiting. Sunday River's snowmaking system is also extremely impressive. They cover 95% of their terrain with manufactured snow, which means consistent conditions even when Mother Nature isn't cooperating. This place has more than 2,000 snow guns and over 80 miles of pipe feeding them, if you can believe it. So you'll rarely be left wanting more ski opportunities, and Maine winters can be very unpredictable, so it's a great resort to go to no matter the year. As long as the conditions don't get extremely out of hand, this robust snowmaking capability is crucial for maintaining reliable conditions throughout the season. Sunday River typically gets around 167 inches of natural snow annually, but their snowmaking system allows them to open earlier and close later than in many competing resorts. They're usually among the first to open in the east, and sometimes as early as October, and often continue operations into late April or even early May. Over on Spruce Peak, you'll find intermediate trails wide enough for practicing turns, but still offer pitch to keep things interesting. Spruce is home to Sunday River's most popular intermediate trails, including American Express and Risky Business. These trails offer consistent pitch and width to make them perfect for working on technique or just enjoying rhythmic turns down perfectly groomed snow. The east-facing orientation means that the trails catch the morning sun, making them an ideal starting point on colder days. Now, let's head over to Aurora Peak, which has some of the best glade Glade Skiing in the region. If you're into tree skiing, you'll find everything from beginner-friendly, wide-open glades to expert-level tight trees that will challenge even advanced skiers. Sunday River has methodically been developing their glade terrain over the past decade, carefully thinning out selected wood areas to create skiable lines while preserving natural forest environment. Meanwhile, trails like Celestial and Northern Lights offer the perfect balance of challenge and accessibility for intermediate skiers looking to venture into the trees. The glades here are meticulously maintained, meaning you won't find any dense underbrush or hazardous obstacles that can make tree skiing dangerous. Instead, you get these beautiful flowing lines through mature hardwood forests, creating an almost magical skiing experience that combines technical challenge with natural beauty. Maybe most important of all is the fact that these peaks cover such a wide terrain, being so spread out. They almost ensure there's always an available trail regardless of weather conditions. If one isn't perfect, you can always try somewhere else. As if the giant snowman weren't enough, another fun fact about Bethel is the view provided by Jordan Bowl. Few visitors make it up that way, but on a clear day, Jordan lets you see all the way to Mount Washington and the presidential range in New Hampshire. There's also select tree runs between Oz and Jordan. It's not on any map, but if you know where to look, after the third tower on the Jordan Bowl lift, there's an entry point that leads you into perfectly spaced trees and untouched powder stashes, even on days after the storm. And although our veteran skiers already know this, locals recommend taking full advantage of the last hour. That's where you're gonna find the best condition. And if rocks are any concern, unlike the rockier terrain of New Hampshire's White Mountains or Vermont's Green Mountains, Bethel's hills have deeper soil that supports mature hardwood forests with minimal underbrush, so there's one less concern there. Creating these cathedral-like glades are both beautiful and highly skiable. So for novice skiers, my recommendation is Southridge. Intermediates can find their sweet spot on Spruce or North Peak, and experts can test their skills on steep slopes of Whitecap or the glades of Oz and Jordan Bowl. For freestyle enthusiasts, Sunday River delivers with 7 different terrain parks, plus a super pipe. They've got everything from beginner-friendly small features to massive jumps and technical rail setups. The T72 or Barker Mountain Park is where you'll find the most progressive features, including a 500-foot super pipe with 18-foot walls. Each park is clearly designated by skill level. The park crew here is constantly reshaping and maintaining these features to ensure consistent, predictable takeoffs and landings, which is crucial for safety. Whether you choose to start through the entire resort or follow the trail philosophy that seems the best from the map, you can capitalize on the connectivity and maximize your vertical feet while minimizing the time spent on chairlifts or in line. If you're thinking about purchasing a permanent or winter home here, you'll need to know more about the culture first. And you will have to forgive me for saying this, but I'll be saving the biggest event in Bethel for last. Trust me, it's worth it. Even if I might regret it. I need to stress this, Bethel is a lot more than a base for the resort. It's a historic community with its own rich culture and identity. Unlike purpose-built resort villages that seem only seasonally alive, Bethel has been thriving since the late 18th century. The town was established in 1796, long before skiing brought tours to the region. The deep historical foundation gives Bethel an authentic character that can't be replicated or manufactured. It's in the architecture, the local businesses, the community traditions that have evolved over generations. For example, Sud's Pub, which locals recommend as having some of the best comfort food in town. The restaurant scene here punches well above its weight for a town of just 2,600 residents. From gourmet burgers to craft cocktail spots and even more upscale options like the Bethel Inn. You've got serious culinary choices. Bethel's dining scene balances traditional New England fare with more contemporary offerings too. You can find classic Maine seafood dishes featuring locally harvested ingredients alongside innovative fusion cuisine that would feel at home in Portland or Boston. Many restaurants here emphasize a farm-to-table practice, sourcing ingredients from the surrounding Oxford Hills region and showcasing Maine architectural qualities. The owners of Sud's Pub have been running the establishment for over 15 years, building relationships with local farmers and brewers to create a menu that truly feels like Western. Maine's culinary identity. Their commitment to community extends beyond food also. They sponsor local events, support school programs, and provide a gathering place where residents and visitors can connect. You can't leave Maine without trying whoopie pie. It's practically illegal. We're gonna circle back to this, but for now, the Bethel Sugar Shack makes these from scratch daily with 2 chocolate cake-like cookie sandwiches filled with cream filling. They're substantial to say the least, and the perfect post-skiing indulgence. Bethel is also home to Gould Academy, a private prep school that was established all the way back in 1836. The historic campus features buildings like Hanscom Hall, along with modern facilities, and they actually have their own competitive ski program. Many Olympic skiers have come through Gould Academy and the ranks over the years. Gould Academy's influence on Bethel extends far beyond education, even if they're good at that too. The school brings cultural events, visiting speakers, artistic performances to the community. Their state-of-the-art facilities, including a performing arts center and athletic complex, are often available for the community use, enhancing the town's resources far beyond what you typically find in a community of this size. Something you might not expect from such a small community is the excellent Maine Mineral and Gem Museum. It houses some of the largest pieces of the moon on Earth, along with an impressive collection of Maine's minerals and meteorites. Western Maine has a rich history with significant deposits of tourmaline, garnet, and other precious stones. The museum houses over 40,000 species, including meteorites from Mars and the moon. This is truly an exclusive feature of the town that is not talked about enough. Events are also common. There's live music, but you'll also find cultural events organized by Bethel area arts and music throughout the year. Everyone from the resort staff to lifelong residents gather to share stories, welcome visitors into the tight-knit community, and just hang out. Bethel Arts and Musics, or BAM, exemplifies the town's commitment to cultural enrichment. This nonprofit organization hosts concerts, art exhibitions, and educational programs throughout the year, bringing talented performers and artists from across New England. Their summer concert series transforms the town's common into an outdoor venue where hundreds gather for free performance. As to what you'll be listening to, this could be anything from classical orchestras to folk musicians and rock bands. So everything. The biggest cultural highlight, however, is reserved for Winterfest. Each February, this festival transforms the town with ice sculptures, torchlight parades, fireworks, and community feasts. Local businesses create themed displays, and residents open their homes for various events. Hands down, the best of all events during the festival is the North American Wife Carrying Championship at Sunday River. It's an absolute hilarious competition where participants carry their partners through an obstacle course. Really, I can't recommend it enough. It's something you have to see to believe. That being said, there's a Maine tradition that might be even bigger than this. I honestly can't leave Sunday River without trying what I'm calling the Maine Challenge. Eating a whoopie pie, Maine's official state treat. The twist is, I'm going to be doing this at the summit of Jordan Bowl, 3,000 feet above sea level. The summit of Jordan Bowl is Sunday River's highest point, offering 360-degree views across western Maine and into New Hampshire. From here, you can see the rolling peaks of the Mahoosic Range, the distant Presidential Range in New Hampshire, and on exceptionally clear days, even glimpses of Mount Katahdin, Maine's highest peak, over 100 miles to the northeast. These mountains form part of the northern Appalachian Range, some of the oldest mountains on the continent, formed over 400 million years ago. The history adds a certain mystique to the challenge, even if the difficulty has nothing to do with it. That comes from the height, and trust me, it's difficult. The wind up there is really trying to steal your whoopie pie if you've tried it before, and the chocolate is freezing solid in the cold air, but it makes the view all worthwhile. The temperature at the summit is at least 10 degrees colder than at the base area, with wind chills pushing and even lower. The trees up there show the effects of these harsh conditions, with stunted growth forms and flagging. That's when the branches grow predominantly onto one side because of the winds. Is having dessert at the top of a mountain the best way to enjoy whoopie pie? Probably not, but I promise you, I would, and so should you. Although I don't necessarily recommend the unofficial Maine Challenge, if you're looking for a historic downtown and world-class skiing, there's no better choice than Bethel. It's the perfect blend of community, sport, and winter amenities. If you're looking for your next ski destination in the Northeast, do yourself a favor and check out Bethel, Maine. This underrated gem delivers on all fronts and then some. If you're considering making a move here anywhere in Maine, or if you have any questions at all, my team and I would love to help. Feel free to shoot us an email, which is in the description down below. If you're looking at making a move in the area, make sure to check out this video first. The Maine real estate market is in a bit of a crazy state lately, and you don't want to end up losing money or opportunities. I'll tell you all about it in this video here. The real estate market in 2025 will shock you.